Malaysia intends to reclaim its gated airspace in southern Johor after allowing Singapore to use it for air traffic control since 1974. Transport Minister Anthony Loke says this will be done in stages from end 2019 to 2023 to coordinate arrangements between the two countries' air navigation service providers. In addition, the Foreign Affairs Ministry will be sending a protest note to Singapore over the operation of the instrument landing system for the Seletar Airport near the Johor border despite Malaysia's opposition. This is because planes departing and landing at the airport would encroach the airspace over Pasir Gudang. Loke points out that having aircraft flying very low over the industrial town would have a negative impact. Noise pollution aside, it would also mean that there would be a height restriction on future developments there. Broadcasting from the airport will also affect shipping operations at the Pasir Gudang port. Loke says Malaysia will discuss its plans in greater detail with Singapore and, if necessary, refer the matter to the International Civil Aviation Organisation. Australian rare earths mining company Lynas must remove all radioactive residue from Malaysia if it wants to continue operating in the country. The Energy, Science, Technology, Environment and Climate Change Ministry says this is part of a decision made based on the Executive Review Committee report on Lynas's operations in Gebeng Pahang. Of serious concern is the 1.5 million metric tons of two primary residues at the plant's site, namely water-leached purification residue and neutralization underflow residue. Lynas must also submit an action plan on how it intends to dispose of its non-radioactive waste. These are the conditions it needs to fulfill in order to renew its licenses in the future. Currently, the on-site residue, which has been accumulated for 6 years since the beginning of operations in 2012, is being stored at its temporary residue storage facility. Lynas is the largest producer of rare earths outside of China. Activists have opposed its facility in Pahang over concerns of possible ill effects on the people and the environment. However, Lynas argues there is no absolute scientific proof that radiation from rare earth separation could cause illness. Former 1MDB CEO Arul Kandasamy is among the big names linked to the previous administration, who will be called up by the PAC to testify over the alleged tampering of 1MDB's final audit report in 2016. PAC Chairman Dato' Sri Ronald Kendi says the committee also plans to summon former Chief Secretary to the government Tan Sri Ali Hamzah. Also in the list, he says, is a certain Tan Sri Zul, currently with the Attorney General's chambers. Kendi is believed to be referring to ex-MACC Chief Commissioner Tan Sri Zulkifli Ahmad. He also does not rule out the possibility of ex-PM Dato' Sri Najib Razak being called up as well. The PAC cross-examined former Auditor General Tan Sri Amrin Buang for several hours today. According to Kendi, the committee managed to obtain new information based on Amrin's perspective as then AG. Still, he says the PAC will need to summon Amrin again, alongside the team that audited 1MDB in 2014. Lembaga Tabung Haji CFO Datuk Rozaida Omar has resigned from her positions in main board-listed TH Heavy Engineering and Pelikan International Corp. The Pilgrim Fund is the largest shareholder of the two firms, with a 29.8% stake in THHE and 28.66% equity in Pelikan. THHE says Rozaida resigned as its non-executive director as she ceased to be the nominee of Lembaga Tabung Haji. She was appointed to her post in February 2016. She has also been a non-executive director at stationery distributor Pelikan since November 2008, before she quit to focus on her other personal commitments. Rozaida is one of the 4 senior management staff named in 2 police reports lodged by Tabung Haji over the misuse of the Pilgrim Fund's monies and misrepresentation in a corporate deal. The reports also named former chairman Dato' Sri Abdul Aziz Abdul Rahim and ex-CEOs Tan Sri Ismi Ismail and Dato' Sri Johan Abdullah. TRC Synergy has bagged its largest job year to date, a 498.7 million ringgit contract from Putrajaya Holdings, the master developer of Putrajaya, to develop an integrated project in Precinct 8. The contract will increase its order book to 3 billion ringgit. Among others, the project comprises residential towers, a podium block, retail space and serviced apartments. It is expected to be completed within 57 months. TRC Synergy says the project will contribute positively to the group's earnings and earnings per share in the future. With the job in hand, TRC Synergy says it now has a clear revenue and earnings visibility stretching into 2021. It is very confident that its contract-winning momentum will continue riding on its existing tenders book, as well as new biddings going forward.